But Naka, what is ESG? How can I manage it? You just say about trees, about water, about carbon, but what is the indicator for them? What I can show this ESG as for my manager, for my CEO, my C-level, my board? How can I show this to them and say, oh, this is not only social project or planting trees. Yes, this is a management indicators and it's a tool of management, okay? So we have a lot of indicators, ratings around the world, yeah? Like SASB, that is some indicators for the accounting area. We have the GRI for reporting. We have the CDP for CO, for the all the CO area, CO2 area. We have all like a lot of indicators and rating. You know, it's small here, you know, but you can show all these ratings, all these indicators, and learn about it. Yeah, but we are just talking in a perspective, in a wide perspective here, just you to understand what is ESG and how to deal, how to manage this. Yes, if you want to deep inside, we are going to be in Albany, yes, all the July, not only in this year, the next year, to talk about this, to discuss if it's real or it's not, to show you some cases. If you want a free certificate, just click here. If you are seeing in YouTube, just click here below. You have all the link here just to be in contact with us here in the IBS and to know what is the next time that we are going to be together in July there in New York, in Albany, in University of Albany. Okay, so the indicators here, we have all the ratings, and but what is topic for the ESG? Yes, for these indicators, my friends, we have a lot of kind of indicators. Yes, so it's very difficult to pick one, and one of them have 300 indicators, like the GRI, for instance, okay? But if you need to understand for a wide perspective, I just pick one that is very didactic, that I can show you from the PwC. It's a huge consulting company that they show this in some topics in ESG, okay? So I will show you just these points, and obviously I don't have enough time here to deep inside, yeah, but if you go to Albany with us, yes, we are going to talk about for each one. For instance, for environmental, the E of the ESG, we have the decarbonization. Oh, we talk about the carbon emission from some green products that are is developing these green products. It's very important to make this one with less CO2, with the circular economy, for instance, yes, and the infrastructure, how you do this product, how many carbons, CO2 you are just through into the air and things like this, yeah? For green operations, yes, we have all this problem for green operations. All the companies are just finding solutions like solar energy, power, wind energy, and things of this. And the clean tech. Yes, we need to decarbonize all these stuff to make a green company, a green product, a green process, all green. Yes, because they are less CO2. This is the idea. Yes, as we saw né, in the clubbing, we show you that water is a problem for Klabin, water is a problem for InBev, for the beer company, water is a problem for a lot of companies because it's the basis of the product, it's the base of the process. So the water is very important to deal with, to manage. Yes, you are just showing here. It's not to hug trees, to save the planet. Yes, it's about management, water consumption, water recycling, and all the management of water. Yes, we have all the environmental engineers, we have all the specialists in this area, but who is working with the ESG needs to know this. Waste and pollution, pollution emission, water, waste disposal, energy consumption, renewable energy packaging. Yes, so pollution, it's our garbage, what you are going to do with your product, it's very important, yeah? We see all the problem with the plastics, with a lot of this garbage that we have nowadays. So this is one very important thing. And also all the smoke of the companies, of the cars, of the trucks, everything in the environmental area. For biodiversity fostering, we have land use, land preservation, and water preservation. Yes, we need to preserve what we have, not only cut, not only polluted, but yes, we need to preserve all these things. And we need to show this to our supply chain. Yeah, it's not only the huge company, but all the supply chain that need to invest in this area, to help these supply chain companies to invest in this area is the sustainable supply chain. The supply chain transparency, sustainable procurement, and sustainable materials. Yes, this is the main idea of the ESG. Okay, are you following me? Yes, this is the idea. Just a huge overview here, because all of these you need to be a specialist to deal with this. Yes, the next one is social. Yes, the social, to help people. All your people that work in your company, employees. Yes, for instance, we have here the workforce. We are talking about diversity and inclusion, equality, human capital development, health and safety. Yes, we have some social investments, and the companies help some communities, some poor communities, develop some communities, but they don't care a lot with the employees. Yes, this is the idea, to deal also with employees, to have a great place to work. Yes, they have all this stamp also for the great place to work. Yes, so this is the workforce that we need to invest, and yes, it's very good to work in a good place, with people that you need to deal all day by day for a long time. Yes, this is the idea. Human rights, human rights is the base of the humanity. Yes, we have a lot of wars. We have the NU here, and it's basic human rights. Yeah, we need to follow the human rights. That's why we are human. We are not a monkey. We are not a horse. We are not a dog. We are a human. So you need to have some human rights. Yeah, in 1945, they just deal with this, and we need to follow also in company. It's not only about govern, it's not about NGO, it's for all, okay? Community, infrastructure, investment, community empowerment. Yes, we need to invest in our community. We need to develop our community. If you don't do this, we don't have clients, consumers. Yes, it's not only for one kind of consumers, one kind of client. Yes, you can insert them, develop them in our community. And obviously, yeah, we need to have a product responsibility. We don't want to buy a cell phone that explodes in your hand. Yeah, it's very basic, you know. We need a product safety for a car, for everything, for something that you eat. You know, how I can sell something that someone will eat, will drink, and the product don't have a safety. Yes, you know, I know that when you are transforming some product, you have a huge process that, but you know, we need to have a quality, you need to have safety, health, and this is the idea of the social of ESG. Have checkpoints, have checklists of all this stuff. Data privacy, cyber security, responsible AI. Yes, this is what we saw in that chart of the top 4, top 6, top 10 problems in the future, the risks of the World Economic Forum. Yeah, this is the idea that all the companies want to deal with this. That is very important in social area. And the last one is governance. Yeah, we need to have a good governance, you know, because companies are very huge, like Nestle, like Nissan, like Toyota, like other companies. It's Apple, Samsung, and other companies. All of these, they are transnational, they are in a lot of countries. How they can't have a unique politic, yeah, a policy. Yes, you know that is very difficult to deal with this, so they need to have a governance of the company that is for all the countries. Yes, like board structuration and actions, management, compensation, anti-corruption. Yes, because a lot of companies lost a lot of money in the corruption area. And very ethical business model. Yes, ethic is the basic thing of sustainability. Ethic is basic of ESG. If you don't have ethic, you know, it's very difficult to have a future, a sustainable company, because if you are not so ethical, you will die. Yes, so ethical, no, or you ethical or you not. Yeah, so if you're ethical, you have more chance to survive in this huge problem and the problematic global marketing. Yes, this is the idea. And the corporate behavior, transparency and reporting, risk and compliance, accountability, ownership, and partnership. Yes, the governance is very important for the corporate behavior, because if I am an investor, I need to know what the company is doing. I need to know what my money is going to, and how much it's going to earn in these investment things. Yeah, so transparent, and I need to manage my risk, my compliance, and we need to have, for instance, a department for that, an area, a budget for that. Yeah, so this is the idea for governance. For instance, this is the AB InBev. It's a huge company of beer, of sodas, and all the water things. Yeah. So they have the sustainability area. They have goals like smart agriculture, water stewardship. Obviously, everything of their products come from water. They have water. You know, your beer, you know, your soda have water. Yes, circular packaging. Yes, circular packaging, because they have a lot of bottle, plastic bottle, everything it's in a bottle, you know, in a can. So they need to make this circular way. And climate action, it's another kind of this. Yes, Did you understand everything here? This is the ESG part that we are talking about. And you see that all the E, the ES, and the G, they have the indicators for this. Yes, this is the main idea. Yeah, and if you want to deep inside, go to stud, follow us in the LinkedIn. You can find a lot of content there. And if you want a free certificate, you can just click here below in the YouTube. Okay?